I read it. I read it.
I have an idea.
Was that real?
I have no idea either.
No, yeah, it's totally real. Came from New York Times.
Really?
I have an idea.
Wow, I didn't know that was real.
Yeah.
Oh,
I call Balderdash. It's never real.
I
I
always
totally
feel like
read
it's
it
not
in the
real.
New York Times by way of 4chan. Yeah.
Better than Reddit.
Balderdash. That was a good game.
Yes, it was.
If
So
it's
was
who I
Downfall.
if it's who I think it is, I totally was just I didn't even click on the link. I was like,
Better not be fucking Taron Egerton. I'll burn this mofo to the ground.
Hey, you dorks, this is Gunnar Hansen, Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and you are listening to The Dorkening.
Hi, I'm Brian Johnson, and although you probably accidentally stumbled across it and have no idea why you're watching it, you are in fact watching The Dorkening.
Hello, this is Tom Kenny, voice actor, the voice of the Ice King on Adventure Time, and SpongeBob SquarePants. Meow. Oh, Gary the Snail, too. Hey, guess what you're filling your eye holes and ear holes with? The Dorkening! Oh, I love the Dorkening. Very popular in Ooh. And Bikini Bottom.
Hi, I'm Lou Ferrigno. You're watching The Dorkening. And you know what? You don't like me when I get angry, so don't get me angry. You better keep watching The Dorkening.
Hey guys, this is Felissa Rose, and you're watching The Dorkening.
Hey guys, it's Courtney Palm. We're shooting Death House, and you're watching The Dorkening.
This is Anthony Michael Hall, and you're watching The Dorkening. Stay tuned, my friend's going to show you what entertainment's all about, baby.
The Dorkening.
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Rise and shine, my sinners. When Father Evil starts his day, He gets a little deadly. Deadly Grounds coffee has the richest, smoothest flavor you'll find anywhere. It's sinfully delicious. Once you go deadly, you never go back. Order yours at getdeadly.com. Coffee's so good, it's scary.
Hey, happy Wednesday, everybody. You're watching Dorkening. My name is Leon, monkey behind the keyboard here. Just a quick heads up, we're going to be at Terrificon end of the month. So come on by. We're going to have a booth. From what we've been told, it's going to be right in the front. So everybody's going to pass us. So make sure you stop by and say hi. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. With that, Brandon, how's it going?
Yay!
It's going pretty well. I hope everybody else is having an okay night so far, and we'll just pass it along to the next guy because we got a full house tonight.
We do, Jeremy.
Hey, how's it going?
Yo.
Hey, everybody.
Steven.
Happy Wednesday, everyone.
Happy Wednesday. And I just want to say, yes, we have seen the Thor after credit scene, and we're not going to spoil it for anybody.
I haven't.
Who's we?
I haven't.
Yeah, I want to.
I'm waiting till Friday, so
I sent you the link, Jeremy.
Oh, okay, cool. I my internet's like all.
What the fuck? You haven't sent it to me?
He asked me to send it to him.
No, see, I opened my mouth.
I'm not going to send a spoiler item willy-nilly. Like, suck on that, Christina.
Enjoy your day.
Yeah, right? Have exactly the kind of day you deserve.
I'm not spoiling anything, but I may have to revoke my dork card because I have no idea who that was.
Like as the character?
What?
Yeah, the character, the very last one.
He literally says his fucking name, dude.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Not in what I saw. I must not.
Well,
have
then you didn't see the right thing.
Send me the link you have. No, I saw the right thing, but I noticed it was.
But it was in Japanese, so.
No, but it was.
I got your picture.
No, it was cut off. There was a cut. So it says like after somebody falls. And then it like cut right there, and then you see who it was.
After somebody. Okay, well, let me.
Arigato,
Here you go, Leo. I just sent it to you.
Oh, thank you.
my way too.
Yeah. You want me to play it right now?
Am I just sending it to everybody at this point?
Nope. I'm waiting.
Yeah,
I might not get to this weekend, so.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to see it this
I'm seeing it tomorrow, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm a Plutha resident for that one.
Yeah. Speaking about that, I added something new today.
Oh yeah, what?
Shh, don't say it. No.
I didn't say anything. I asked.
He was reminding himself.
All right,
not to say
all
it.
four of you now have the link.
Oh, I have to. I don't want to have Reddit. Hold on. I'll do it in Chrome.
I'm banned from Reddit.
That's where yeah, but you should still be able to.
Yeah. No, I got to open it with Chrome instead.
Yeah, I can still access Reddit, but I can't sign into it.
Yeah, well, that's your own fucking fault, Steve. Couldn't wait 24 hours for Paramount to release the Top Gun Maverick.
I wanted to troll. Come on.
I don't know, but like less than a day, you're like, oh man, I'm booted off of Reddit, and then
I really didn't care.
And next morning, I wake up and Paramount's like, hey, we released the trailer for this. I'm like, oh, Steve.
I mean, if I was Leo, because if I was Leo who frequents Reddit all the time and I got banned, then I would care. But I'm not Leo.
Yeah, but
I
Leo would never
post all the time, so I don't care.
He would never post material like that to get dinged on.
None of this. Me an account.
No.
Yeah, not on that one for
That's
sure.
why you always have an alt. By the way, there be dinosaurs.
There be
dinosaurs. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh,
we're talking like pirates
cool.
now.
Yar.
You
know what the pirate's favorite letter is?
R.
You would think so, but his first love is the sea.
I gotta use that. I love dad jokes. I just
dude.
hit one of the youngest today with the Pete repeat on a boat fucking
Oh my
joke.
God.
And yeah, she was just like, I gotta tell my friends that. Like, yeah,
Do they have fathers? Because they may have heard it already.
Yeah.
Brandon, why do you have to ruin everything for me?
What you mean by making sure you had correct information? Yeah, I'm a real pain in the ass that way.
I thought I did that with the Avatar thing.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I don't. Is it the? Did you watch it just now? Did you check it out, Leo? Like, see it? Is it the same clip?
No, I don't want to play it because you would hear my audio, and I don't.
Oh yeah, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're already playing a tricky game with all the Pornhub you have open over there. So
no, that's Steven.
Oh,
Remember we talked about it. We talked about it. That's
no,
Steven.
that was a that was a firestorm. That's whoever commented.
You know, I gotta say, I have the stream open on one of my other screens here because I have a triple monitor setup, and I just try to get an idea of how it looks like while it's being viewed.
Yeah.
And I have the closed captioning on, and it amazes me the number of shit that closed captioning gets fucking wrong as we talk, right?
Yeah.
But it got Pornhub right down to the capitalization of each one of the words in the compound.
That is new.
Wow. Facebook. Wow. Amazing.
Well, because they're tracking you, they want to make sure they can, have the right ads, and it's all about tracking.
I know, but it's just like we could literally sit here and just say our names and hi, how you doing, and it'll come up as so much fucking gobbledygook. And if you were deaf trying to like genuinely watch this through that, you'd be like, these guys are either all on drugs or all have had massive strokes recently. But you bet your ass if we say Pornhub, everything else, while it will look like ancient Sumerian, that will come through loud and clear.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
these
how
guys
about we stop saying it because we don't want Facebook to block us.
Thank you. Because I have a 3-screen monitor as well, and both of them are blank.
All right, fine. We'll stop talking about Corn Pub.
Well, talking about Facebook tracking you, my wife wanted to get a ice maker. So I started doing the research, and we were just chatting about it, different types and stuff like that. She hasn't looked it up at all. And she goes on Facebook. She starts getting ads for friggin' ice makers.
Of course,
yeah.
What the fuck?
It's their marketing algorithm.
I made myself a developer on my phone, and I shut off all sensor tracking, so that doesn't happen to me.
You can sneeze, and they'll give you an advertisement for Kleenex. So
yeah, I shut off everything on my phone, like whenever I'm not actively using it. So.
They don't allow sites that save data onto my phone. No tracking cookies.
I email everything to the U.S. government just to cut out the middleman.
That's why the FTC wants to get rid of TikTok, because it's dangerous.
Oh no, not TikTok. That's where I watch heartwarming videos and shit. Don't do that.
Oh yeah, heartwarming.
No, seriously, there's.
Oh really?
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff on TikTok, for real.
Oh no, I agree. I watch a lot of reels and stuff.
It's the same thing.
Stuff, but
same thing is reels.
Normally, when people are speaking like that, they're being sarcastic.
And coming from me, I completely understand that. Because
no, absolutely.
One of my best friends in the world, Alex, we've literally had, because he is just as sarcastic. He's very dry. We've actually had to stop in the middle of conversations that we're having and be like, "Wait a minute, is this a bit?" Neither one of us can be certain.
Does he need moisturizer?
What?
Jesus Christ, Leo. Yes, because he's half lizard. My God. Wow. There's that farm sensibility right for you there.
So on the New York Times, and you'll get what I was saying in just a second. They're quoting, he also hopes to succeed Jackman as the next Wolverine and has met with Marvel Studio executives, including the company's president, Kevin Feige.
Who?
I don't think it would be wrong to say that, he said, laughing. I'd be excited, but I'd be apprehensive as well because Hugh is so associated with the role that I'd wonder if it'd be very difficult for someone else to do it. He paused and flashed a grin, but hopefully if it does come around, they'll give me a shot. Taron Egerton.
Oh, fuck that noise, dude. Come on.
Yeah, I heard that too. I heard
Why?
Yeah, that's why I didn't even click on it. I was like, that can't be real.
Taron Egerton, come on, man.
Why?
I just don't see it, but
Well,
maybe.
I mean, if we're gonna do like another like multiverse thing, we're gonna kill him off, then maybe.
I'm with Yo-Yo
Damn,
on this
Yo-Yo.
one. Listen, it's not that I have anything against Taron Egerton
Just
personally.
not as
not
no,
as Wolverine.
no,
I just
no.
don't see that. And this is coming from someone who, and I can't stress this enough, I don't fucking care about Wolverine. The comic book character, the movie character, nothing. I had a very hard time as a child growing up seeing all of my friends thinking that Wolverine was the hottest thing since bread first came out of the oven and sitting there and just being like, but why? Like, because he's badass. I'm like, but you don't even know who the fuck he is. Like, yeah, that's part of the mystique. I'm like, yeah, maybe at first, but it's been like 30 fucking years. Like, don't we deserve something at this point? Nah, it's cool, man. He's just, he was given a skeleton by this government program and he can't really remember stuff. And now he sometimes helps the X-Men and then does his own thing. I'm like, that sounds horrible. I'm good.
My biggest thing is like,
I was always more of a Gambit person.
why did it take so long for Magneto to rip his friggin' bones out of him?
Yeah, that should have been day one. Like wait a minute,
oh,
I smell
you're being
adamantium on your
nice.
bones. Flip.
He was being nice.
Being nice. Yeah, Magneto is famous for his kindness.
Especially in the early days.
Right? Yikes.
Well, he's a lot kinder than Professor X.
That's debatable. They're kind of on par.
I don't
Professor
know.
X
The books
has a
you
lot-
had me read, Professor X was quite the dick.
Yeah, but I mean, I had you read a fucking what if, dude. Like, what if Professor X became the Juggernaut?
Well, actually,
Oh,
no,
that's one of the better what ifs too.
I thought you were going to talk about like Matthew Malloy and stuff like
No,
that.
I was actually referring to to splash pages. You mean everybody, just like
Yeah, I
You
got
guys.
you. I got you. But yeah, no, I mean, Professor X is not like the greatest dude on the face of the planet either. But I mean, at least he didn't take his fear of death by Nazi and warp it into his own worldview and actually unwittingly adopt the same point of view. Like, that is one of the truly frightening things about Magneto. And I get it. It makes sense. Like, in order to make sense of the thing that terrifies one so much, that, in his instance, like, and this happens with just being a human anyway, like, he kind of became it himself.
Yeah.
Because it was the only way he could wrap his head around understanding why they acted and felt the way they did. He just took that and brought it to the next step, which is, Homo sapien superior is where it's at, and everything that's not needs to go. It's like, dude, you really should take a good hard look in the mirror. This is not a good look, bro.
Yeah.
Did we lose Jar Jar again?
No, I'm here. I'm picking my teeth.
Oh, no worries. There's actually a really good story Rich suggested for splash pages. And Jeremy, I don't know if you were there for the book. It was with Magneto before he became Magneto, and how he got
Oh, that's a good series, but I wasn't there for that.
the one where he actually worked in the camps.
Mm-hmm. It's a
Holy
really good series.
Yeah, it's so heartbreaking, but
Almost as heartbreaking as hearing that Taron Egerton may be cast as Wolverine.
Yeah.
Ooh, almost.
Cyclops.
Almost. I mean,
Cyclops. I could kind of see him as Cyclops.
Kind
Maybe
of,
they're
but-
using it as like a fake, like.
Well,
he's
I mean,
A red herring.
Well, it doesn't have to be a red herring. I mean, I'm sure Kevin is talking to a lot of people regarding Wolverine, but we don't hear about it all.
I'd rather not hear about this either.
Yeah, I mean, I could have lived happy without knowing that one.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it, but
I might.
Yeah, Yo-Yo might. So, live with
And
that.
I worry
Leo.
about Yo-Yo.
But honestly, like, Taron Egerton, I mean, there's any number of things that I would watch him in without question.
Kingsman was awesome.
Yeah, the Kingsman, the first one was great. The second one was
Rocket Man.
was
Rocket Man was really good too.
second one was released in theaters, and then the
I like
third
that.
one was a movie,
and then the third one
It was.
had people in
Hold
it.
on, there was a third one?
Well, the third one was a
I didn't even
prequel.
know that.
prequel called The King's Man, starring Rafe Fiennes.
Yeah, it
Gemma,
I
was
totally
it Gemma
missed that.
Arterton?
it was watchable.
Risa Fons, and watchable is a generous review.
Everything is watchable if you have eyes.
Well,
technically, you haven't seen The King's Man.
there is a third Kingsman on the way, according to Edgerton. So.
Yes,
Yeah,
an
that-
actual
that's the one he's
sequel
working on.
from like the movies he's been in. Yeah,
Yep.
but yeah,
I like him in that.
I'd be
I like him
curious
in-
to see who they get cast. I just think that it's still too early to worry about Wolverine casting. I think they should
For
honestly
real.
get the X-Men up and running, and if at the very least tease Wolverine in the after credits.
Yeah.
So that way
I
we've
kind
already
of agree with that.
we kind of established the team.
He's still a
and
wanderer.
and get the dynamic going, because they, not that I'm like the biggest X-Men like geek on the face of the planet, but they did Cyclops wrong so hard in those other Fox movies, and which is a damn shame too, because James Marsden cast as a character, like what a waste of a talent, like that dude. Come on. But I'm really hoping that they kind of keep it the age pared down, and really have it be like they
It
are
would be nice to grow into it. Yeah.
starting to be the X-Men. Like maybe they're like the actual like first/top of the class, and they're starting to go out on these missions for Professor Xavier. Really have them be a little bit more of a brightly colored Black Ops team, the way it would have started, but without the baggage of Logan thrown into the mix. And for the love of God, please, no actual love triangle. Like, you can have Wolverine pining for Jean Grey over in the corner.
Oh, you know they're gonna do it.
Well, he's like
anyways.
kicking a kitten or something like that. But like, for real, Jean Grey and Cyclops, like, can we please let them be the couple and actually see why they care about one another? And none of this, like, Cyclops is just a dick, and like, let's not pay any fucking spend any time with them.
At that one.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, I just want them to kind of like gear it towards a younger X-Men team, and see, hopefully we get it a little bit more towards the, like, I would say all new, all different X-Men instead of like classic, the group that was pulled together to save the original team on Krakoa.
But you don't want Hugh to come back as like that older person to like guide the team.
No, why the fuck would I want that? See, anybody that wants that is out of their fucking minds. Like, for real. Like, first of all, Logan was a fitting end to all of that. All right. And that being said, Wolverine, if they're going to start in the MCU,
I
introduce
totally
the
get it,
X-Men.
that
Oh, I
they
know
need
you
to
do.
have-
I'm saying this for anybody out there that's listening, and they're like, yeah, why wouldn't they? I'm like, this is why they wouldn't. All right, because he's too old. It's that simple. Like, Hugh Jackman,
He's pushing 60, right?
yeah, the guy is too old to play a character who is not supposed to age, or ages incredibly
Actually,
slow.
he's only 53.
Only, yes.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you would never guess from his fucking Australia leather hide.
he needs to have it that thick so that he can fend off the sharks.
That guy has spent so much time in the fucking sun, he's gotten melanoma twice. All right, like, his face looks like a saddlebag at this point. Let's cut the shit. All right, we need to get somebody who's like in their like early to mid 30s to play against these like 20 somethings that should be cast as the X-Men. That's all the seniority you need insofar as casting, and then just go nuts at that point. Just pick someone appropriate. And not that I want Wolverine to be 5'4", but can we like maybe kind of juxtapose the way that the characters of Cyclops and Wolverine were cast? Because like Cyclops is the one that's supposed to be like 6'4", and Wolverine is the one that's supposed to be, below 6. And they definitely played around with camera angles quite a bit in the first X-Men movies, because James Marsden is like maybe 2 inches taller than me. You know, his high cheekbones be damned. He's not a tall man.
Well, that's what apple crates are for.
Yes, apple crates and not casting Hugh Jackman or fucking Taron Egerton.
So we got a Clerks 3 trailer today.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it looks interesting. I'm very intrigued by the meta aspect of it. You know, Randall has a heart attack one night while working, and he wakes up and he's like, "I'm gonna make a movie." And the movie he decides to make is basically Clerks.
Yeah,
the very first movie that Kevin Smith made. I do think there was some funny stuff in there, especially if you're a Kevin Smith fan, like a View Askew universe nut. They did a quick thing where it shows, if you've seen all of his movies, you know this guy is actually like Kevin Smith's cousin in real life, and he's popped up in numerous Kevin Smith movies over the years. The first thing I think he ever was in was Chasing Amy. He's the one that explains how Alyssa got her nickname as Finger Cuffs. But he also, in the original ending for Clerks, and I don't know how many people out there realize there was an original ending. At the end of the night, there's somebody walks in and they hold up the store and they shoot Dante in the chest with the shotgun and he dies.
Yeah.
And he was the same person that did that in Clerks. Well, they have him to play the character who's going to shoot whoever the Dante character is in Randall's movie. And Dante himself, you know, Brian O'Halloran comes up and is like, wait, you're going to shoot me? He goes, yeah, you know, I figured, you know, be like a realistic downer ending. I was like, but what if there's a sequel? Please, there's not going to be a sequel to this shit.
And Kevin Smith wrote Randall as him, right?
Yes. Yeah. Randall.
Well, I mean,
kind of. Randall was sort of a combination of like his id and Walt Flanagan. Much like Brody Bruce in Mallrats was just flat out Walt Flanagan. There's a lot of similarity between the two characters. Walt Flanagan informed them both.
Yeah.
So just
gotcha. Yeah. From hearing him talk, I thought it was just Randall.
But I agree with Brandon. I'm looking forward to checking this out, especially.
Yeah. I bought my ticket for. I'm not going to see the road show. I'm not going to that. Because like I love Kevin Smith, but I've seen him live numerous times, and after a couple of times, like it's a lot of the same stuff over and over, and that's fine. But they are doing like Fathom events and what have you. So I'm going to my local AMC theater to see it. They're having it 2 nights on September 13th and September 15th, I think.
I'm gonna do that one too because I did the road show for Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, and it was an experience. But I don't think I'll do it for Clerks 3. I'm gonna go see the Fathom events. I think it's better to do it that way.
Yeah, I went to the road show, saw Reboot. I went all the way up to friggin' Portland, Maine, because that's where I was able to get tickets at that point in time. Got really good seats, got the VIP package. My wife and I got to meet Kevin Smith and take a photo with him right after the show. And we got signed copies of the script. And then we had a photo with him and the cast of Clerks at Rhode Island Comic-Con last year. So like I think I'm good. I'm fine.
Where's there a local AMC around here?
Well, look at go to Fathom Events because
I put in a zip code and they don't it won't bring up the closest ones. Yeah, Leo. I know Lisbon.
Yeah.
What's the zip code for Lisbon?
Type in 06380. That's closest to Lisbon.
Wow, this is making for fucking circulating radio, guys.
Yeah, so
I'm
7 o'clock. Okay.
I'm on the other edge of while I enjoy all these movies, kind of like Clerks 3. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
well, the good thing
yeah.
about Reboot is, Reboot came to VOD shortly after. So,
Oh yeah, no, I'll definitely watch it, but
oh yeah, just probably not in the theater.
well, then again, I barely watch anything in the theater right now, so it
That's
doesn't
the
really matter, I
spirit.
guess.
Yeah, no. Honestly, like I'm just really hoping that by the end of it, I'm just like, all right, cool. That's like best case scenario, because I had a lot of fun going up to Portland and seeing Jay and Silent Bob Reboot and seeing the whole kit and caboodle with Kevin Smith afterwards. He got up on stage for a while and jibber jabbered. He was stoned out of his mind, which was fun. Then got to meet him. Photo, gave me a huge hug. I dressed like Brody from Mallrats.
Nice.
For the show. Yeah, I mean, I even got like the old Finger Hut jacket. I found the shirt that he's wearing and everything. But he grabbed me by the collar. He was like, "Oh, I know what your favorite scene was." It was cool. But the movie itself, I was just like not over the moon about, because I really did not like Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. I went to go see that in theaters when it came out, and I was kind of upset. After, I think at this point, like, I don't think I'm wrong in saying I think the best movie that Kevin Smith has ever made is Dogma. And I'm not saying it's my favorite or anything like that, but film wise, like skill wise, talent wise, I think Dogma is the best movie he's ever made.
What about Red State?
Best written.
Red State was really good too.
It's all right, but I still think Dogma's the best movie he's ever made. Like the way he made it, the way he had something that he wanted to say that was like part of who he was, and he was able to incorporate it into the things that he had previously made. It was just a culmination, and everything past Dogma has been a bit of a decline.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
You mean like Yoga Hosers or Tusk?
Again, Red State was pretty good.
I did not like Yoga Hosers, and nah, I'm all set with Tusk.
That was a trip of. I was not ready for that.
I had to listen to his fucking Smogcast to fucking find out what the story. Like, they outlined the entire story, and then they're like, we should make a movie out of that. And then they made the movie, and it's like, this is beat for beat what you fucking said. Like,
I was sitting there watching. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I mean, don't get me wrong, it was interesting, but like, whoa.
It can't be any
more. Should have been made into a movie.
It can't be any more weirder than Vulgar.
Oh well, that's
not. Vulgar.
That's not a Kevin Smith movie.
No, that's not.
That was a View Askew
movie.
It's a View Askew production. It's not a Kevin Smith movie. That was
Brian
written
Johnson
and directed
made it,
by
right?
Brian Johnson.
But it's it's the View Askew, so it's like it's not
It's
Kevin
just
Smith.
production.
Yeah.
But it's not part of like the Jay and Silent Bob universe there. But yeah, Vulgar is fucking heinous, dude. Like, I rented that movie and I was like, cool, Vulgar, View Askew. What's the worst that could happen? It's black and white. Well, sure, whatever. And then I fucking put it in, press play, and I was just like, by the end of it, looked at my brother and all of our friends, and I was like, I am so sorry, guys. This is not at all what I thought it was going to be. I had no idea there was going to be so much heroin use and anal rape. I am just so sorry. I will say that the guy playing the father in that was absolutely chilling. Absolutely. Like, you pull it from like the rest of that movie, and like when he has like dude strapped down and he's got the blowtorch and he's like, this is a kiss and I'm gonna kiss you all over. I was like, Jesus Christ, that's horrifying on multiple levels. Yikes. I will say that's obviously where they built up a relationship with the hair-lipped actor who plays the bartender in Dogma. And definitely quite a different turn for Ethan Suplee in that movie. Hiya, Sammy. How you doing?
So Ezra Miller.
Oh,
Enough
hold
said,
on.
okay.
There's news. Like, has he not been like just like? My God. What could he be doing now?
No. Apparently,
What hasn't he done?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, dude, like, just stop.
Well, actually, this is news about him, but not about him. Apparently, there's a petition by Elliot Page's fans for him to replace Ezra Miller as
That
the
would
Flash.
be interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that
why,
won't
but
happen.
Okay. Yeah,
That
no,
will not
probably
happen.
won't.
All right,
Not for the next 20 years.
that's not a knock on Elliot Page. All
No,
right?
not at all. I think their acting is amazing.
Yes, but they are not going to recast Ezra Miller for this current movie. They're
No.
not going to do any of that.
They said an announcement this week that they're just going to release the movie. It's cost too much money for them not to release it.
Yeah, and the
As if they
fucking
did-
the terrible part about about their performance in the Flash is that Ezra Miller, from all accounts, everything that came from like, kind of leaked comments from showings that they've had, viewings that they've had, they are excellent in this movie. Like, this is one of their best performances, and of course, Ezra Miller has to go around. I mean, honestly, I've said it before. I believe that Ezra Miller has some very serious issues
definitely.
that need to be
And nobody
addressed.
to say no.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing as, for me anyway, as when I saw Kanye West starting to lose it. I was like, oh my God, can't somebody fucking help that dude? And I mean, look, obviously, I mean, it's come to light, like, as much as loath as I am to say it, like, it's apparent that Kim Kardashian did try. She really tried to like get him the help that he needed, and he just didn't want it. And you can't get somebody the help like that they need if they don't want to accept it. And that may well be the case with Ezra Miller at this point, but we don't even know that anybody's making an effort to help them.
It definitely doesn't sound like he's surrounding himself with anybody like that.
No, too many yes people.
Yeah.
Well, go back to what Leo said about the Warner Brothers is costing them money or whatever. They've already they spent a lot of money to digitally alter Henry Cavill's mustache,
and they will never do that again.
They can pump out a lot of money to do whatever they want to do to Flash. I mean, spare no.
Here's the issue. Why?
Okay, I mean,
if the performance is good,
removing a mustache digitally, no matter how bad the quality of that may have been, is certainly a far cry from replacing an actor in every scene of a movie.
They're already not going to make money off of this, or not as much money as they had hoped. So now, why waste more money on it?
Yeah,
exactly.
And besides, they can play around with later movies and do a whole like recast time stream multiverse thing, or and I know this might sound a little wacky, but Ezra Miller may get the help he needs between now and the time they are ready to,
which would be great,
do
no
more
matter
with the
what.
Flash. Yeah, exactly. Like, even if they are not playing the Flash at that point, it would be great if they they just got Ezra Miller the help he needed. Somebody, please. And I'm not trying to make excuses for them, but there's a world of difference between somebody being an out and out asshole and then somebody clearly like losing their grip on sanity. I said, like Kanye West is another prime example of it happening in public, all across news outlets. It's tough to watch. I don't give a shit who you are. Like, I liked Kanye West's music, and then he started to say stranger and stranger things, and then he started threatening violence against some people too. And it's like, so lithium is that on the table or no? Okay, cool.
So July 21st at noon at San Diego Comic-Con, panel H or Hall H. We are going to get some information about Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves.
Ooh.
The new movie coming out March of 2023. Stars Chris Pine, Michelle Rodriguez, Justice Smith, Daisy Head, Hugh Grant, and
This is a live action movie.
Is Justice another one of the? Did they have
Justice
three
Smith
children?
was in Pokemon, the Pikachu.
Oh,
whatever.
Okay.
Detective
I
Pikachu.
was-
yeah.
The name was familiar, but I was.
Oh
like, I
wait,
don't
so this
remember
is
seeing that one.
separate. So this is separate from a live action TV series in the works.
Wait. So hold on. What I was saying? Is this a live action movie that they're doing?
I thought it was a live action movie.
For those of you who don't know, there was a live action Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Yeah, no, we know, and it was terrible.
Actually, there's been two.
Yeah.
Oh.
Two. No, they're not on what you thought. I tried to, but maybe I did. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah,
You'll have to look, Steven. You'll have to look.
Can't get Amazon Women on the Moon, so why bother looking for Dungeons and Dragons?
Hey, I tried for you. I tried.
Hey, nobody thought my joke was funny for the Gaslight movie. I thought that was hilarious. You don't really
I haven't
want
seen it,
Gaslight.
so
Oh, no. Somebody asked for Gaslight on the Pluther Friends, and I was just like, you don't really want that.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't catch it. I didn't see it.
So
what are you talking about? There's no such movie.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
Speaking of Stranger Things, Brandon.
Oh, speaking of Stranger Things, I guess we can't because we're the only fucking people in the show that's watched it.
I'm sorry. How long is it? 4 hours, and it came out 2 days ago. I ain't got that kind of time.
I mean, it came out almost a week ago.
Oh, has it been that long? Okay.
Yeah, it came out last
Between
Friday.
work and literally, Independence Day, I spent the whole day with the world's worst headache. Like I wasn't doing anything. So,
sorry to hear that.
Cool.
Yeah,
So
such
I'm
is
glad
life.
that we can't talk about one of the biggest things that happened in pop culture.
Yeah.
Is it really
on our
Is it?
pop
Yeah.
culture? Yeah, it really
Yeah.
is. It really is, Leo.
It's like
I guess I'm
Netflix
watching
version
that
of
tonight.
Avengers Endgame, pretty much.
Yeah, this season
All
of
right.
Stranger Things is probably the best season of Stranger Things
See,
they've had.
You guys are killing me. I told the woman I was not going to stay up till 3.
That's great.
Oh.
You're a liar then.
Yes,
Fantastic.
I am. Babe, if you're watching, I'm sorry. It's their fault.
No, it's really good.
Yes.
Oh,
and
the first half was amazing. I did not expect it to be that good. The last episode of the first half
gets
was
better.
like, oh.
yeah, wait till you see the last 2 episodes, man.
Yeah.
It's and I will say this much without a spoiler. It's about fucking time.
I hear
in
we
these
get
last
some
2
Metallica.
episodes. Yes, there is some
We get a
Metallica.
little Metallica.
But it is about fucking time that they give Noah Schnapp something to do as well,
Schnapp.
other than just be like there.
I got to interview that dude. He's real good. He's a cool kid.
Well-
Now he's almost a grown man, but
Yeah, well, I'll say in these last 2 episodes, especially episode 8 or whatever it is, like the penultimate one before. How many episodes were there altogether?
8.
Uh,
So 7 you're talking
So
about.
7.
5,
So
6, 7.
7. So 7. The penultimate episode.
Yeah.
There's a phenomenal scene where he just gets to act.
Yeah.
And I finished out the scene like, holy shit, is this kid actually the best actor of them all? Like, because you never would have guessed before that. It's just really good. And it's not a scary big monster and Stranger Things moment. It's like a very personal, like person to person moment.
Yeah,
it's good.
Their whole his whole role this season has been the friendship thing with what's his name?
Mike.
So yeah, it makes sense to
Yeah,
be.
it's really good. You guys suck so hard. I just
Sorry,
want to talk about
I
this
still
so
need.
bad.
I still need to finish season 2.
Season 3.
What?
2.
You got a lot of catching up to
dude.
do.
All right, you got
I
until
do, I
next
do.
Wednesday.
I now, for not being caught up at all, I don't know if this is pertinent or not.
By the way, skip season 2. Go right to season 3. I already told you that.
No, don't skip season 2.
I believe so I believe Ben is working on getting for Still Token, then he might be available for other shows. The actor that is it 10?
Oh,
what?
Stranger
10?
Things.
You mean 11?
Season 2?
No, 10.
From 10. Who the hell is 10?
Wasn't 10 in season 2? Am I wrong on that?
Who is
what was
10?
the number of the character in season 2?
8 or 6 or something? Are you talking about the girl?
It was
Callie?
No.
Who the fuck is 10?
I know 2. 2 was the kid she embarrassed.
X? Is X gonna give it to you?
X gonna give it to you. Yeah.
I think we only got like out of the 11 kids, we're shown like 3 of them. They're at the over 4 seasons.
Well, okay, I guess there was a kid named 10, but he was a minor character in the 4th season.
Okay.
He's a little itty bitty guy too. So probably not him.
Might be him. It's probably I mean that's probably why we're getting him.
Parents gonna sit in the show Still Token?
Maybe.
Yeah, it looks like he's fucking 12. Like
Well, interestingly enough, when I was interviewing Noah Schnapp, his dad was standing right next to us.
oh yeah, of course. I mean, I get that, but I'm just saying, like, gonna do it remotely,
Oh yeah,
screen to
yeah, that would
screen,
be
and
funny.
the show is Still Token, like, okay, it's different.
You never
It's not
know,
a knock
you know,
on Still Token. Those
Hollywood-
guys are great. That's a fun show.
No, Hollywood kids,
Yeah, kid's probably done more coke than I have.
He's hung out with Robin Williams, I'm sure. He was like
Well,
one at
he's
the time, but
by his grave anyway.
Yeah.
Shotgunned a few beers at Robbie Williams.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway,
all right, so we can't do Stranger Things. What are we doing next?
cool. Anything else you guys want to not talk about?
So we're getting a prequel to Supernatural.
Why?
Finally.
The Winchesters comes out October 11th.
This seems to be like
Yeah,
the season of why.
And I can delve into this a
13
little
reasons
bit.
why.
Oh, that was a good number.
It's
Did you ever see the? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Steven.
It's fucking retconning some things from the past 15 seasons of Supernatural.
Oh, I'm sorry. You say that like the show itself didn't fucking retcon shit. I'm sorry. Wasn't the whole reason that their father started hunting demons and that they continued to follow suit was because their mother was murdered by a demon when Sam was a baby? Wait. Let me finish. Right? Isn't that what happened? But then in season like 12, inexplicably,
the entire
Mary is alive again.
Yeah.
Hold on. You can hear the hate in Steven's voice. Let the hate.
I hope you can hear the hate in mine.
Yeah, you can also. I can hear Sammy yelling through the computer screen right now because she's a Supernatural
she's
fan
next door?
too. No,
I was a Supernatural fan until Mary came back.
They go into the backstory a lot with John Winchester, a lot, but they're not going forward with the story. Obviously, they're going back and they're kind of retconning John's history from the past 15 seasons. What we got in the 300.
So is this time around? Is he not going to be a deadbeat dad who just drops his kids off at somebody else's doorstep to be raised?
You guys debate about this.
No. I'm busting your thoughts on John because like they play up for a while. You know because you watch the show. Like they play for a while. Like Dad wouldn't have wanted this, or Dad wanted this, and Dad wanted this for us. But then, like past the 5th season, when Eric Kripke didn't have much to do with the show anymore, they really swerved and changed it to like Bobby Singer was really our dad. And it's like, yeah, he kind of was, considering that your dad literally left you at his place and said, I have to go find demons because they killed my wife, and then left. And like that was like, but then you still have to reconcile that with like, we loved our dad so much. Your dad was a prick, kids.
Yeah,
He didn't
no,
care about you.
I get what you're saying, and I finished the whole series 2 years ago, and I remember everything about it. Kinda. It's been 2 years, and brain fog kicks in. But they go into his history a little bit in some of the seasons. But what you're seeing in this trailer, they're kind of retcon some things. You see what I'm saying? I mean, they're
Yeah. I know. I do. I see exactly what you're saying. I am also positing that this is not anything new for the Supernatural franchise.
No, it's not.
They did it a couple times in the series proper.
Yeah, they did a lot of things Supernatural proper. Like they rinsed and repeated a lot of things. Brother one died, and then they rinsed and repeated it
every other season.
Every other season, and then they did the same thing with the other brother every other season.
That's
just
where they
kept
lost
going.
me. I don't know what season I made it to, but I was just like, I cannot keep doing that.
Died again?
Yeah,
like,
without like
I don't trust you now, Sam. But why?
Yeah, I know.
Every season.
But now that the series is over,
it's now the CW like method, like formula, like wash, rinse, repeat.
yeah. But now that the series is over, now that Jensen Ackles is on The Boys, and what the other guy's name? He's on that
Jared Padalecki.
Yeah.
You watched this for 15
Wow.
fucking years and you can't remember the other actor's name.
Not 15
Jared-
years. I watched it like within
All right,
a year.
You watched it for 15
Oh, you
seasons,
watched all
though.
15 seasons
Yeah,
in one
Jared
year?
Padalecki's in that
Lord.
Walker reboot that no one gives a shit about. But
Well, somebody gives a shit about it because they renewed it. So
There's a Walker Texas Ranger reboot.
just
Yeah.
Walker now. It's just,
just
Paul
Walker.
Walker.
But yes, he is a Texas Ranger.
But which one are people more gravitating
Does
towards
Chuck
now?
Norris make a
The
cameo?
Boys or Walker? People are talking more about the Boys now than they are.
Yeah,
with
fair
Walker.
enough.
Yeah,
But I wouldn't count on Jensen Ackles being like on the Boys for a very long time.
No.
I saw this great meme for this past weekend saying, "It's Independence Day Eve. Make sure you leave reefer and coke for Soldier Boy."
Jesus Christ! Wow.
Stargirl.
Good segue right there.
I don't think this bodes well too much for the Flash because Stargirl, starting August 31st, is taking over the Flash's time slot.
Well, the Flash was renewed for season 9, so
Yeah, but they
It's once again like one of those shows like after like the horse is dead, people.
Yeah, I watched it a couple
There's still
seasons.
money coming from it while you drag it.
For me, like I watched, my wife and I watched it until just a few episodes after Cisco left, and once he was off the show, the heart was just like completely gone, and it fell back into the old. And I feel bad saying this, but I really cannot stand when Iris starts in with her whole "We're Team Flash. We are the Flash." Like, fuck you, lady. All right, you are not the Flash. All right, no one there but Barry is the Flash. You may all be a team, which that's a completely separate issue altogether. But he is the Flash. So knock it the fuck off.
And also, she's like the only person without super speed on that show, right?
No, that's a little bit of an exaggeration. Although my
that would
favorite
truly
thing,
be messed up though.
my favorite thing for the longest time was like no matter what, like for multiple seasons, I was just every episode was like run, Barry, run. Every episode, I was waiting for him. Like, say the line, say the line.
Yeah.
And also because like I'm a giant dork, all the time, whenever they would be like, "It's up to Flash to save us," or "We need the Flash to save us," I'd just be like, "Flash." And then at
every one of us.
in the season premiere of like season 6 or something like that. Cisco was like, I've been waiting for this for like 6 years. And he's like, I got the perfect song. And he clicks play, and it's fucking the theme to Flash Gordon by Queen. And I was like, you ruined my 6-year-long joke. You son of a bitch.
I watched Flash for a little bit. I think I stopped at like season 4 or something like that. But starts off Flash, fastest man alive, but
there's always somebody faster.
Yeah, every villain is faster than him.
Every
you
time.
have to learn how to harness your speed.
Even
tell me what you fucking
him.
did, because you're already faster than me. How did you harness it? That's for me to know and you to find out. I'm asking you to find out. This is how I find out. Tell me. You'll get there. You're a fucking dick. Fine, I guess I'll get there. Oh, I get it. Run faster. That's what he meant. Yes, Barry. Great job. You've saved us all again. Oh no, I'm sorry. You all saved us because your team Flash.
Weird at Flash.
We are the Flash. No, you're a news reporter. For some reason, I don't know how you ended up making a blog a real newspaper, but sure. And everybody else is a scientist. So shut up.
So with Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness Blu-ray, we're getting 3 deleted scenes that are totally worth the price of admission.
Are they?
Yeah. So
for YouTube.
Do tell, what are they?
So here are the 3 scenes. A great team is a journalist questions Doctor Strange's integrity. Pizza Papa, where Bruce is relieved from Doctor Strange's spell ends, which we got.
We got that.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's like a
extended.
It's probably extended. Sweet.
Yeah. And it's not permanent. Bruce tries to accuse Doctor Strange of being an imposter.
Okay.
What was that first one though?
A great team. A journalist questions Doctor Strange's integrity. The titles are A Great Team, Pizza
You
Papa.
think that was at the party?
Yeah, but then we get a scene where someone questioned his integrity of it with the other doctor.
Maybe this all's extended. I don't know.
I mean, I guess that's why they dropped it.
Yeah, but it's no like here's previs of
I want like other characters that didn't make the final cut.
Or something that added to the story in some way.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean that would be something adding to the story because that story needed to be fucking added to.
There was one.
Maybe show us all the shit that happened with Wanda off screen in between WandaVision and that movie that explains why she went bug nuts insane at the drop of a fucking hat.
Yeah.
How do you go from I think my kids are stuck in the multiverse, I might have to save them, to I'm going to get my kids no matter what, doctor. Like, okay. I don't need to widen your eyes and tilt your head like that, but sure, whatever.
There is a delete. I don't know why it's not listed because it made YouTube. Deleted scene of deleted extended scene of the Captain America and Wanda fight, where as she's walking away, you can see Captain America split into 2, and like there's blood on the ground.
You mean Captain Carter?
Captain Carter, Captain America, same thing.
That's not an American. Yeah, well, no, I wouldn't go that
Close.
far either.
I wouldn't go, but like that's
that would just confuse some comic book nerds out there.
Oh yeah, dude, and it's a girl.
There's probably still multiple people out there convinced that they actually shot like Tom Cruise as Iron Man or something,
right?
Which I thought was the fucking dumbest goddamn rumor. I really did.
I was relieved that wasn't true, though.
Oh, it just made no sense to me. Like I understood.
Well, it made sense because there's like a fan cast of like Avengers in the 80s,
Well, it's not just that. It's like I'm a dork, so I was well versed on the steps to Paramount making Iron Man, and Tom Cruise. He wasn't someone they were looking at for it. He was someone who actively wanted to play the role. but he cost too much.
Yep.
And so they were like, sorry, we can't afford you for this movie. Like, we're trying to keep this budget, relatively simple so we can, milk it for as much as it's worth. And that's, Jon Favreau was able to get in there as the director because he didn't cost an arm and a leg. And, he's the one that really,
it was more than an arm and leg. It was a whole suit, because how Tom Cruise works, he wanted an actual suit so that he can actually fly it. And
I didn't know that.
No,
that sounds weird.
That does sound like something Tom Cruise would request, though.
But yeah, no,
I'm joking. He didn't.
But like, there wasn't a scene where he was running, and yeah.
But yeah, like there's a whole backstory to like how Tom Cruise was like this close to playing the role, and that's all fine and dandy. But a lot of those same people were the ones like saying like Tom Cruise should play the variant of Iron Man. It's like, yeah, that would make sense to like you and I. But to anybody else out there, that would be out of like left field. Like, why the fuck is Tom Cruise playing Iron Man here? I don't understand it. And people would be right to be confused by that. I'm just glad it didn't come to fruition at all. And that being said, I do think that people need to manage their expectations for other actors who showed up in that scene as well, because and this is the same feeling I got in the movie theater when I watched it. I don't think that they will be appearing again as another version of the character.
Yeah.
Regardless. No, I mean, I know it sounds like a bit of a stretch, but I think that Marvel has already given us a clue to the casting for.
In the words of
fuck it, I'm just gonna say it. The movie's been out and it's on Disney Plus.
Hold on.
I understood that reference.
They were just trying to throw the spaghetti up against the wall to see.
See if it sticks.
Oh yeah.
You ever seen Play-Doh push through a garlic press, kids? But
spaghetti squash is really good.
I think with John Krasinski coming in, it's a way for them to say like, hey, look, we were able to give you like a taste of what it was you all were asking for, like so many of you wanted. But I don't think that that's going to be who's playing the character. I think you need to look at other roles that have been cast previously and let that dictate your fan casting for Reed Richards. For those of us in the know for comic books, all our comic dorks out there, Kang and He Who Remains, he is a descendant of Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic. So one could look at the casting of He Who Remains / Kang that we got in Loki, played by Jonathan Majors, who is an excellent actor. And if you haven't seen Lovecraft Country, I recommend it. It was one season on HBO Max. It was so good, and I was so sad that they didn't pick it up for a second season.
Dude, that sorry to interrupt your little spiel there, but the creepy little girl scene where they had those two twin, that fucked me up so bad.
Yeah, it was bad, but like that whole, I mean, God, that whole season was incredible. It was great.
Yeah,
and Jonathan Majors was superb as Atticus in it. And when I saw that he was cast as Kang and Loki, I was over the moon.
Yeah.
But I think it is not unreasonable to assume that there is going to be a black man cast as Reed Richards in Fantastic Four, and I'm all for it.
Brandon, be careful.
You
might
be careful
have
of what?
heard a bunch of Neanderthals right now.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, we'll see if the words got past their giant foreheads. But yeah, honestly, like
I almost lost that.
Good, and then I did my job. But I think that might be the most likely scenario. And I mean, I'm all for it because my dream pick for Mr. Fantastic happens to be a black actor anyway. So if they go that route, fucking yes, just make it like make sense. Like, don't do some stupid shit like Fan Four Stick where we have Johnny Storm and Sue Storm and it's like, oh, she's adopted and blah blah. Like, no. You know what? You're going to tell me out of the number of actresses all over this fucking planet that you couldn't find a beautiful, talented black actress to play the Invisible Woman as the sister to Johnny Storm, played by Michael B. Jordan? Bullshit. All right. Don't you fucking try to pull the wool over my eyes. Well, I think that if they're gonna do it, just do it and
if they're
keep
gonna
everything kind of lined up age-wise for all of them. I don't mind hearing all these rumors lately that Jason Segel may get cast as Ben Grimm, but
That'd
like
be interesting.
it would. I mean, he's a tall Jewish guy. I
Yeah.
mean, get him in shape a bit and then have him do all the mocap. Sure, why not?
Yeah, and that rumor was also with him appearing in She-Hulk, right? I remember reading that.
Oh, is it? I heard something about the Thing showing up. I didn't know if it was going to be him though.
Well, it's all rumor anyway, so
Yeah.
all of it's
Yeah.
rumor. So we'll see. I mean, is She-Hulk the
When's
next
She-Hulk drop?
End of the month, maybe July, I think. August, July.
I thought it was the beginning of August. Let me see.
It's
Let me get
usually
raw.
every other month they give us.
Oh, it's after Miss Marvel. It's August.
Yeah, so Miss Marvel, we have one episode.
August 17th.
Yeah.
Nice.
My
Yeah, Miss-
birthday.
I'm actually excited
Oh.
for her. She-Hulk. She-Hulk's like one of those ones. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, I think She-Hulk's gonna be pretty good.
dude,
Yeah.
they're gonna have. Did you guys read about Daredevil and Kingpin being in
Echo.
Echo? Yeah, like 4
Oh, that makes
episodes for
sense.
Daredevil and like almost all 6
Wow.
episodes for Kingpin.
No.
And is
sense.
D'Onofrio.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard it, but it would make sense if they're trying
Yeah.
to kind of tie it a bit more to the comic book
Yeah,
roots.
they got supposedly the thing I read, Daredevil's rocking a black and red suit.
That's
and,
what I read too.
It's kind of like the Daredevil Ninja stuff
Yeah.
going on. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see how that plays out because they did tweak the character of Echo a bit from when she appeared in Hawkeye.
Oh, and they also mentioned something about Jessica Jones in that too.
Oh, yeah. So what's up with Jessica Jones? Is Disney Plus renamed it to AKA Jessica Jones?
Oh, that was going to be the original name of
Yeah.
the series when it was being developed for ABC.
Yep.
They couldn't because it's based off the comic book series that Brian Michael Bendis had created, which was named Alias.
Yeah.
And they couldn't name it Alias because ABC already had a show named Alias. So it was going to be AKA Jessica Jones. But if you note, especially I think in the first season of Jessica Jones, a lot of the episodes, I think all of them start with AKA.
No.
Yeah, all the episode titles are AKA whatever. And that was a little bit of acknowledgement of what the series title was originally going to be. So that's cool that they entitled it AKA Jessica Jones. If they bring it back for the MCU, I think it would be really great to see her maybe
I agree.
get a little bit of a tweak on her power set too. I'd like to actually see flight from her instead of just like that Wonder Woman jump flight thing that we got from Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
They're like, I can jump really high. So can Spider-Man. Whatever.
Now, am I the only one that missed Iron Fist? I
No.
want him back.
I didn't mind it.
I loved the show. I thought it was great. I mean, the repetitive flashback thing was a little annoying, but
I thought you said missed it, like didn't see it. I mean,
No,
I
no,
watched
I mean-
the first season. I didn't watch the second because I just didn't care anymore. I think it sucks because it wasn't because of anybody in the show or anything like that. It just felt very rushed, like to get under the wire so they could just do their Netflix Defenders thing.
Defenders, yeah.
Yeah. And I hold Ike Perlmutter and Jeff
The
Loeb
second
responsible
season-
for that horrible shit.
Yeah, the second season definitely didn't hold up very well, but I enjoyed the first season.
Yeah, I can dig it. There were definitely a lot of elements in the first season where I'm like, oh man, you could tell if they just had like a little more time that this would have been absolutely sublime. But instead, it was a fast production, like quick, fast, in a hurry, get it done in the can.
So I'm not confused. I'm just wondering why. Andor comes out August 31st.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
She-Hulk comes out August 17th.
They're going to be on Tatooine.
This interview is over.
So I'm just thinking, Miss Marvel's done next week. We're gonna have a little over a month without anything new.
There we go. Fucking.
They want you to go to the theater to see Thor.
Oh God, guys, we're not gonna have anything to talk about for a month.
No, Disney Plus always does that. They give you a month break between seasons.
Unless it's Star Wars and Marvel stuff concurrently, because
Well, yeah.
then you gotta spend 2 hours each fucking Wednesday watching Obi-Wan Kenobi and Ms. Marvel before the show.
I'm still disappointed about the end of Obi-Wan.
Yeah, aren't we all? I'm sorry, not all of us. Some of us think it's the fucking greatest. Not me, but
some of
us.
it's kind of point of like just why it was not needed, because you just made it.
And there's going to be a sequel.
So.
Is the what? No.
Yeah.
No.
Why?
Oh,
Why
I
would
think
you
there's a second season. That's what it made me feel like at the end of that.
Ewan McGregor says
I'm pretty sure
he
the
would
second season is A New Hope. So
Yeah.
That's where I thought, but like I'm still confused why. Like,
I'm sure
like
we'll get a
Brandon,
second
I was
season.
waiting the whole time for Leia to get mind wiped or something. I'm like,
me
what
too,
is
man.
going
Yo-Yo
on?
and I were both like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, dude, I'm just like, is R2 still stuck in the sand? Like, did Obi-Wan just go off without him? I'm like, well, how did R2 get out?
Obi-Wan, my name is Leia Organa. My father is Bail
Yeah.
Organa. You served with him in the Clone Wars. Help me. You're my only hope. Oh, I remember this young lady. I helped save her from kidnappers when she was 10. No, none of that.
The exact same scenario. She's been kidnapped again. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, if anything,
weird.
Obi-Wan would be like, this girl keeps getting kidnapped.
I've been here before.
Well, never mind that hologram.
So
here's a weapon that I stole from your father.
So
I mean,
Yeah.
took from him. I mean, he gave to me to give to you.
And by
Really,
the way,
what is it? Oh, it's a more elegant weapon for a more civilized age. Also,
the way,
your
that
father
girl
killed
is
20
your
children
sister.
with it.
So stop kissing her. That
Stop
is your
making-
sister. Like,
Oh,
stop.
I didn't realize that Tatooine was in Alabama. Good stuff.
Like, all you had to do is, that's your sister, by the way, Luke.
Well,
and hey,
You know what's going to happen is Disney's just going to change Star Wars again, and instead of Leia being in the hologram, it's going to be Bail Organa asking for help
oh
again.
god, fuck that.
Jimmy Smith, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
They're going to McClunky it.
Okay, and then what are they going to do when Leia
McClunky.
sees Obi-Wan for the first time?
Uh,
Hey, I remember you. You saved me from kidnappers when I was 10.
We're gonna get a hologram.
Ugh. So
Yeah.
stupid.
no, it's just they're gonna cut into a flashback of her as a kid, and just going through all those memories, and then they're gonna kill him off again.
Yes, and all the Star Wars fans will love it. Because that's what they're known for. Is their acceptance of the tiniest changes.
Just
Unless it's a black
10
person.
years.
Yeah,
Yes.
or Asian. Don't
Asian.
forget
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
damn, that
And
was.
especially if a woman is involved. Oh,
Yeah, those people are weird. Just don't understand it.
for real. What do you mean? There are people other than dudes
Well,
who
we
happen
don't
to be white.
we
all
don't
throughout
get
the
it because
galaxy.
we don't get it because we're not the real fans.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
If that's
we're
what
not
being a
real.
real fan is, then I am
Then
fucking
I'm happy.
fine with being a fake
Yeah.
one.
I am not the real fan of a lot of fandoms.
Yeah, for real. Then count me as a fucking fake and imitator. Please and thank you. And also, I feel like it goes without saying, but I'll say it anyway. Fuck yourself.
Yeah.
So what's the
boy.
next wonderful news?
Well, the only other thing I had, I think, is let's see, we talked about Elliot
Rise of TMT?
Rise of TMNT, and then also Spider-Man No Way Home is coming back to theaters.
The more fun edition of Spider-Man
Yeah,
No Way
what's
Home?
that mean?
Yeah, what is that?
Is that one where
They're
he
gonna speed it up and like everybody.
confronts
I think it's
MJ
added
at the end and
scenes.
is like, "Hey, I'm Spider-Man."
Yeah.
I believe it's added scenes.
Oh, good. I want more.
So
All of that.
And it has to go to theaters for that. Like
So then
usually
Wire's gonna do a
DVDs get
dance,
those.
Well, they learned from Sony that re-releasing a movie like Morbius,
I mean, it
would
is
make
Sony.
extra money.
They didn't learn from Morbius because they didn't make money.
Steven, it was a joke.
Wow.
It was about Morbius, so I mean, I understand his anger.
Tough crowd. Put your jacket on, kids. It's cold.
Speaking of Morbius, is the Kraven the Hunter thing real? Please tell me that's not real.
Oh, it's real. It's absolutely real.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
It is real. It is what's his face? Aaron Taylor Johnson.
They gotta stop this. Like, he's an animal lover, the
yeah.
protector, and like I'm like, Kraven the Hunter is what?
He's like a vegan or
he
some
wears
shit.
a huge like what?
I'll be perfectly honest. I never quite.
What am I missing here? Because
So
I
they're
didn't see this
making it-
movie. I refuse to see.
No.
this.
They're making a Kraven the Hunter movie starring Aaron Taylor Johnson, who previously played Kick-Ass in the movie Kick-Ass.
And
Also,
Quicksilver.
he also was in Kick-Ass 2 as Kick-Ass.
Oh, he was also in Godzilla.
He also played Quicksilver
my head
in
hurts again,
Avengers:
Kurt.
Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
Or not so Quicksilver, as it were, considering he was killed with a spray of bullets.
And he was not Quicksilver in WandaVision.
That's right. He was not the person who played Quicksilver, not playing Quicksilver in WandaVision. I think I got that right.
Imagine getting that. You got shit canned from being Quicksilver. That's kind of
Well, I mean, they killed him in Age of Ultron because of the fact they had shared rights with Fox for the character. So they needed to have him show up at the same time as Scarlet Witch, but then they, gave him the old Whedon-esque death scene in order to not, cut ties and not worry about crossover with anything that Fox wanted to do. But then they still had the Scarlet Witch, so all things considered, that was probably the right move at the time. But yeah, he's playing Kraven for Sony because because Sony somehow thinks that we want to see a bunch of Spider-Man villain movies.
I just don't understand.
It's because
their
they
whole
tried.
universe.
They tried doing Sinister Six back in 2009, and they failed, and now they want to do it again.
We love failure.
Yeah, they have a big lobbing hard-on apparently for Sinister Six, and they want to get it see through the end.
It's not even like they want to do it again. It's they never stopped wanting to do it. That's the important part. But the other part of it,
my wise.
I'm with you, Yo. I hear you, bro. I personally, I don't really understand the appeal of Kraven the Hunter anyway. He was never a villain that I particularly cared about. I just don't get
The
it.
Last Hunt's the only story that I know of that I was like, wow, that's a good story with Kraven. But other than that, I'm like, nah.
Nah. Yeah, I just I don't really understand. I mean, I think the closest that Kraven has ever been to being interesting for me was in the pages of Ultimate Spider-Man by Brian Michael Bendis, where they played it up as like he was doing like a reality show kind of thing, where he like did his whole hunting deal. Had he was loaded and had all these kind of like high-tech drones that with cameras that would follow him around and see exactly what his whole process was. Like, all right, I kind of get that. Really playing into the sensational aspect and bringing it into like the modern age, like especially like how well known this guy would be for doing what he does. I don't foresee that with this movie at all.
So, according to Variety, that interviewed Aaron Taylor Johnson, Johnson described the titular villain as one of Marvel's most iconic, notorious anti-heroes. Spider-Man's number one
anti-hero?
rival.
What?
No.
What?
This is what
What's
he
he
said in the
thinking?
interview.
Punisher?
This is what Aaron Taylor Johnson
let him get through the quote.
Oh, sorry.
So this is a quote from Aaron Taylor Johnson. He says it's one of Marvel's most iconic, notorious anti-heroes, Spider-Man's number one rival. He noted how thrilling it was that the character is not an alien or a wizard. He's just a hunter with human conviction. However, Johnson then confirmed how he's an animal lover and protector of the natural world. He even wears a lion pelt as a vest, despite the change. However, the actor still thinks he's a very cool character.
So they're trying to make him like Poison Ivy. I don't. But for animals, I just don't understand.
Blick.
I don't know.
Whatever. Who gives a fuck?
And that he still wears a lion's pelt. Like,
Maybe the lion was his friend and it
and
died.
he gave it to him for. He was like,
he
wear
wears
me.
The lion was his friend, and he like.
I'm done for, Craven. Take my skin and wear it. It's the only way you'll survive. You go on ahead without me. Okay, see you later.
Whoever Facebook user is, I agree. Momoa would be kind of a cool Craven, but
he would, but yeah, he's
Aquaman. So
yeah. Tom Morrison.
Hey, Tom.
Yes.
So
it's funny. It's funny that Tom said that, because the last comment Tom made was, "I hope the Flash movie does well in the box office. I also fear for Aquaman too." So, are you plans for Sony based on the potential failure of Aquaman 2, Tom? That's what I want to know.
I mean, either way, if Aquaman 2 fails, the only place Jason Momoa...
Hey.
Aquaman
no
2 will
DC talk from you, Steven.
Aquaman 2 will likely not fail because
No, I don't think
you don't own me.
That first movie was actually like a lot of fun and made
was.
a ridiculous amount of money. So,
And I'm not an Aquaman fan at all, and I enjoyed that.
yeah, exactly. I don't care about Aquaman, but I saw that movie and I was like, damn,
This was good.
That was
yeah.
pretty
I
good.
mean, other than what's been happening with Ezra Miller, DC's been on a roll for their movies.
Yeah,
They have.
Love Shazam. Love.
Oh my god, I love
Suicide Squad 2. Yeah, like I would love to see a combined universe, but I don't need it.
I mean,
I think DC's learning a lesson. Looking at like Dark Crisis, Dark Crisis going on right now. It's only 7 issues, but it looks like the rest of the universe.
But with the tie-ins, it's 83. So
well, that's the thing. If you're reading the other stories, there's really very little tie-ins. It's mostly Justice League and I think Teen Titans. The regular Batman storyline isn't affected at all. I don't believe Action Comics is either. Superman's about to do his own World War storyline.
I think it's War World.
World. Yeah.
I think they've already done World War with Superman.
Yeah, it's something war.
They always mix up the words when they do another one.
Yeah, but then
like Death in the Family, Death of the Family, Death of the.
Yeah, there's another Death Family. Story.
Oh, another one of those coming out.
Another one
Death of
coming
the
out,
Justice League.
It's
no, seriously, it's the thing. Death.
Oh yeah, I know.
Justice
Dark
League,
Crisis.
yeah.
Oh
yeah.
no! This is Robin's storyline.
Oh my god!
Yeah, another Death Family.
Fucking
I think
sure, whatever. Let
he
Robin
die.
die.
Yeah, Damian died in the last one.
Damian died and fucking Jason Todd died. Like,
well, yeah, Jason Todd died back in the 80s or 90s, 80s.
In the current storyline?
80s.
No. Back with
Well, yeah, actually, in the current storyline, Jason Todd was murdered and then brought back and became the Red Hood.
Well, no. I mean, the way you said it was something recently, but recently Damian's in his own storyline, Robin. Then you have Robins, which is, I think, Jason, Damian, and Tim. Tim's getting his own book.
Is Duke still in the Bat Family? The Signal, I guess he was being called.
Yeah, he's in I Am Batman.
Oh, okay.
That pretty sure that's his book.
Oh man. Okay, let's change the fucking topic from Batman, please.
Well, Batman 125, I'm gonna read tonight. Apparently, that's a whole new, not a reboot, but
Did they do the whole Alfred resurrection thing again?
Oh, is Chip Zdarsky on this?
Yeah.
This is the start of Chip Zdarsky's run. I want to check that out actually.
No, Alfred's not back yet. I think Robin's going to be bringing him back soon because
they did that in Injustice and that didn't turn out great in Injustice. So are they just going to do that again? Because literally that's exactly what he did in Injustice.
Is a vial of water from the Lazarus pit.
Oh, no, he brought him to the
Lazarus
Yeah.
pit. Oh, there we go. I heard it. I have to.
All done.
It's like a drinking game, except I smoke.
Injustice 1 was pretty good, but Injustice season 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 12.
What? That's so many.
It kept going for a bit there.
It did. I was just like, okay, you guys should have stopped after the first run of that.
Speaking of Injustice, we didn't even talk about it, and I know we need to wrap things up. The Boys, end of the Boys, the last episode.
Yeah. So hold on, wait. How many people in this fucking group right now have seen the most recent episode of The Boys? All right, cool. So Leo and I.
Oh, geez. We all need to catch up with this stuff.
No, you all. I'm fucking caught up with everything.
Season 2 of Stranger
I bust
Things.
my fucking balls every fucking week to make sure that I'm all caught up.
Wait a
that way
minute.
we can have a conversation. And then we sit down and I'm like, all right, I'm ready to talk about this. And fucking 3/5 of us haven't fucking seen it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to start watching this shit on fucking Saturday nights. It doesn't fucking matter. We'll just sit here for an hour twiddling our thumbs on camera. Oh, did you see The Boys? Nope. All right, cool. Did you see Miss Marvel? Nope. All right.
I saw
Thanks for
Boys
coming
like
out, everyone.
Marvel.
See you next week when we
Leo
discuss
just said
nothing
we
that we've
all had
watched
to catch
again.
up on The Boys.
What's
Says Leo, who who's on season 2 of Stranger Things and has a shit
It's
ton of
one
catching up to
show.
do.
One show. One show. One show.
You watched this week's episode of Miss Marvel?
Yes.
Oh, fuck. All right. Never mind. I was really going to prove a point there. God damn it.
See this week's episode of Only Murders in the Building?
Yes, I did.
Yes,
How
I
was
did.
that? I caught the first few episodes. I'm actually liking that. That's really
It's really
cool.
good.
It's really good.
I was not expecting to like that. I'm like, wow, these.
I had some
First
other,
season was really good.
I had other things I had to like finish before I watched it because Steve had recommended it several times on the show, and I finally sat down and watched it with my wife, and we had the benefit of this first season being completed at that point, and so we went through it pretty quickly, and then with the start of the second season, they put the first 2 out in the first week, and it's been weekly since. So now it's just on episode 4. And I was like, oh, I see where we fucked up. We have to wait for it now.
Yeah.
God damn it.
That was the mistake we had on season 1 because we thought, because it was going, but then and then when season 3 or episode
Were those
3,
sentences, Steven?
I got what he was saying.
And we went. I was
I
like,
was
what?
picking up what you were throwing down, Steve.
when episode 3 ended yesterday, it was recommending episode 6 of Pam and Tommy because I haven't finished that yet. And I was like, we're going through so many seasons of different stuff. Like we're on the middle of season 5 of Breaking Bad.
Do we have any app developer friends? We need to fucking make an app where you can plug in your different memberships to streaming services so it can give you essentially a fucking TV guide
Weekly, yeah.
for your scheduling on when to
real.
watch. Like if I knew how to do this, I would, and I would not be saying it on a public forum like this. But if you're out there, someone just make it. Please.
I had a friggin' dream about it. Seriously.
Yeah.
Do
you have the fucking programming know-how to fucking make it?
I had a dream that's what was added to Plex. Like you put in your series, you put in it linked to your like Disney and Amazon and everything.
Yeah, like
and you can build your own collections.
What gave me the idea was oh my god, movies. What the fuck is the name of it?
Movies Everywhere.
Movies
Anywhere.
Yeah, Movies Everywhere. Is that what it is?
Anywhere.
Movies
Right.
Anywhere. Yeah. Where you can literally go in and you can sign in with your Xfinity, your Vudu, your Fandango, whatever, Apple, everything across the board. Even like the studios themselves, like the Universal page that they have, and this, that, and the other thing. And like, why can't we do that for streaming services? And like you said, Leo, like punch in the title of a show or whatever, and it tells you when it's on. That way you can keep track of what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, when the new ones are on. Exactly. Like You can stay on top of the premieres of stuff and when
Sounds
the
like
new
my
episodes are
old
coming out.
DVR. I miss
Yeah.
those things so
Yeah, well, that's the
much.
thing with so many different streaming services, you can't have everything centralized to
know.
one DVR. You know, it's like I have Hulu, which has unlimited DVR, which is great, but I don't have everything on Hulu.
No.
Apple TV tries to do that, but it doesn't really do it well.
Yeah, no, I get what Leo is saying because I have Apple TV as well, and I primarily use that to watch my streaming services. And there's the Apple TV section where it'll say you have this, and this, but it very rarely does it pop up like ping across the board saying, "Hey, watch this." Or watch
Well, that's
this.
what I'm saying. Like, you make an app for this, so it's something you can put on your phone. You know,
Oh, and it would like
and
download my list from Netflix onto
but
it, and it would download.
then you
my
can also make
Amazon.
sure you can set up for like push notifications for your new series, and you'll actually get that reminder that pops up. Like, why the fuck not? I mean, how can listen? I'm just a fucking dude that went to school for business. Like, I know that sounds like I'm being sarcastic, but like I don't have like tech know-how or programming knowledge to back anything ideas like this up. But once again, I see that something like this is being done on Movies Anywhere. It seems very feasible to me that this could be done. And I'm amazed that like this is legitimately the first like open conversation I've ever had about such a thing. Like, there has to be somebody out there trying to develop this, right? I mean, like, this can't be a new idea. No,
Maybe someone is watching the stream now or listening to it on Dead Dork Radio. And
fuck, patent pending. Oh, we lost Jeremy.
He wants to make an app.
He's gonna start work on that fucking app. Is what he's gonna do. He's like, oh, Brandon,
It's not
I don't
unfeasible.
know.
I was thinking about it. It's definitely not unfeasible.
Yeah, I think it would be fucking huge. A lot of people. Oh, there he is. Hold on.
Pressed about it. Ah.
Yeah, I think that, you know, somebody should fucking hop on the good foot and do the bad thing real quick and get that rolled out, because a lot of folks in a lot of places I think would make good use of that.
Yeah.
You'd see usage for it and downloads go through the fucking roof.
Oh, wait a second.
I will wait no seconds.
Yeah, we're getting
echo.
Yeah, it's gone now though.
Okay.
Maybe I was dreaming about it because I actually read about it. It looks like Plex might have that coming out.
Really?
So
yeah, because
it doesn't seem like it was so much a dream as much as it was remembering an article. Very cool.
Dream
like the Wizard of Oz.
No,
you were there, and you were there.
I did have a dream about it. Like I linked all my services, but I must have read about it, like forgot about it, and it was like tucked into my head somewhere.
Nice. Yeah, well, that's great for Plex, but for the rest of everything.
Well, no. You link your streaming services into Plex.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Get fucked, dude. For real?
Select your streaming services for a whole new way to watch.
Wait, what?
Held to the
Where do
So
I
is
do
that available now, or is it coming out soon?
Discover.
Actually, I think TV Guide might be ahead of that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think they actually literally have a TV Guide released an app last year, which allows you to link your.
We're just not in the know, I guess.
No.
Yeah, I used to be cool once.
TV Guide added. At some point, I had this app.
So hold on, TV Guide straight up has an app.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. TV Guide app. Oh, like okay, so I mean, it's like the little red. Oh, you can't. It's all reflected, but you know, the TV Guide, red logo, red and white, like just like the old magazine. See what's airing, stay up to date, watch. All right, I'll install it, but I'm not going to be happy about it.
It's available as beta for Plex.
Oh.
Yeah, it allows you to put your streaming services on there.
Beta late than never.
Well, it just means that it'll be coming soon.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well then,
Apparently
everything I just said, strike that and reverse it, kids. This was all an illusion. You'll notice there's nothing up my sleeves. We've never met before. Unlike what they did at the end of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
What they should have did, but did not.
So I know you're not caught up with Star Trek, so I won't spoil anything, but the finale of Strange New Worlds aired. It was friggin' amazing.
Yeah, real quick, I'm on the season finale of season 2 for Star Trek Discovery. So
nice.
We got episode 14 to watch.
Very
I have to say though, my wife and I got 15 minutes into episode 13 and we were mightily confused, like very, very confused. Because we had seen something in the recap that they show at the beginning of the episode, and we both looked at each other and said, I don't remember that. And then we were gaslit. We were sitting there like, oh my God, we were both so tired one night. We just completely forgot like a
Horace Bernstein
huge chunk of an episode or something. No, apparently there's Star Trek short treks.
Oh,
like
yes,
10-minute
Yep.
sort of webisode type dealies.
I forgot to tell you about that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Did you fucking forget to tell me about that, Leo? I mean, I'm not holding you solely responsible, but I'm kind of holding you solely responsible. Yeah, we both ended up on our phones trying to figure it out. Dara found it before me. She's like, there's a thing called short treks. It says it's on Paramount Plus. I was like, are you for real? And I had to go through and watch this 10-minute, like I had to stop the episode, went and watched this 10-minute like mini episode with Tilly, which admittedly I wasn't like too mad about. Once I saw it was about Tilly, I was like,
yeah,
all right, Tilly's awesome. I'll watch this. And it explained how she knew this like princess chick that they bring onto the ship to help do some science stuff. It was,
actually, I didn't watch that.
I've been thinking that I'm just a pothead and I totally forget these things.
Yeah, dude. It blew me away.
Some bullshit.
It was the fucking first episode too, Jeremy. Like it was the first short trek altogether.
Wow.
Number 1. And I was like, you MFers. Like, what the hell?
That's some bullshit.
Yeah, so yeah, check out short treks if you get the chance.
Writing that down.
And that's the thing is I have to look at short treks and now like look up each episode to find out where I'm supposed to watch it.
Yeah.
As I'm moving forward with everything, because I don't want this to happen again. It was so stupid. Like
I think short treks also tied into Picard, right?
I don't know, Leo. I just fucking told you. I literally just said the words. I gotta look up the other episodes. What the fuck? Is this thing on?
It did not. I didn't see any short treks attached to Picard.
Did you just look?
Oh, you knew too, Steven?
No. I actually, for the record, have not seen Strange New World or Discovery. I just know for a fact, because I watched Picard, there were no short treks attached.
I watched Picard.
They're not attached. You have to watch them separately.
Yeah.
Yeah,
separate.
it's like go searching for them.
Yeah, you're not picking. So, Steve, the point of this was that I was watching an episode of Star Trek Discovery, and we got just several minutes into it when we were both, Dara and I were both really questioning why we couldn't remember this whole character that they showed very briefly in the recap. And then she pops up on the show, and Tilly's like, oh, like blah, 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 blah. I'm like, wait, no, hold on. How the fuck do we not know who this is? And we paused the show, and we both looked it up, and it turned out that this character previously was on an episode of Star Trek Short Treks. They're 10-minute short, like mini episodes. And they've been doing them since 2018 when Discovery first started. And there's about 10 of them, but they probably line up with different shows that they have on.
Yep. Yes, there was one specifically for Picard.
Fucking A, dude. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Looks like a majority of them are Discovery, but there's one, the last one, Children of Mars.
Dude, that really fucks with me because like I watched that show with my son and like we do smoke weed together, but like lots of times we're sitting there and I'm just like, I don't remember that at all.
Dude, it's straight up. That's what I'm talking about. I felt like I was being gaslit. Like, fuck you, Star Trek. I know I've watched every episode so far. Yeah, I mean, luckily, it was the very first one. So moving forward, my wife and I know that we have to like do a little bit of research on these episodes to find where they fall.
Yep.
But I gotta tell you, up until that point, I was a little like concerned. I honestly thought that I was losing my mind.
So you guys have to do a Discovery before you watch Discovery.
Indeed, and we have to do a Picard before we no wait.
Is the Picard a number 1 or a number 2?
So yeah, Children of Mars.
Make it
Steven,
so.
you might want to go back and watch it. It tells the story before the Mars attack.
No shit.
Yeah. So anyway, Strange New Worlds. I'm not going to spoil it, but earlier this season, we're in the first season. This is the finale. They didn't tease, but there was an episode specifically about a very well-known Star Trek character.
Was it Christopher Pike? Sorry.
No, it's definitely from the original series.
Christopher Pike.
Yeah, I know.
He was also in the original series. I might not know much about Trek, god damn it, but I remember that weird ass big purple scar. And that dude's head sticking out of a wheeled box. All right.
There's
Who's
a
that?
lot.
Oh, that's the other captain of the Enterprise. You'll be taking over for him. What? Don't worry, the job's safe-ish. Go ahead, Jim. Go. 5-year journey. All right, have fun.
So anyway, this very well-known character from the original series only was in one episode, but it's one of the most favorite episodes of Star Trek.
Space Seed.
I thought it was the furry things. What are those? Tribbles. Trouble with Tribbles.
No, Tribbles were covered in Discovery.
I remember
It's
that.
been covered in a couple different Star
Yeah,
Trek series.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, as of like the new series, Harry Mudd was in Discovery a couple episodes. But anyway, very well-known character. I watched it thinking like, holy shit, are we gonna see a new updated version of this character? And they didn't show. The last episode, they give you a full-on what this character is like.
Yeah, that's what I said, Tom.
The full Monty.
The last episode is more of a horror episode. Like it's really freaky.
Oh, it's the Frank Gorshin, like half black, half white guy.
Yep. That's it. No.
Take a real fucking hard turn into Horrorville. I'm down.
There's a ship that goes missing. They go to find it. It crashed on this like planet. Obviously it crashed on a planet.
Vasquez rocks.
It crashed on a large meteor.
Yeah.
I mean, if the Millennium Falcon can fucking land in a space worm's mouth in a cave, anything's possible. Right? All bets are off now, kids.
Well, anyway, it crashed on this ice planet. They find a ship. Before they find the ship, they find the crew outside, all like torn to shreds. The crew was completely killed off, except for 2 people. And yeah, it's pretty fucked up. What happens to them? But you get to see this character that's very well-known character, and it's like, holy shit, they did it justice. It's
what the fucked up thing, Leo, is like for you, this may very well be a very well-known character.
Yeah,
and I completely understand why you're phrasing it as such. I just get this the sneaking feeling that when I see it, I'm still gonna end up on a fucking Star Trek wiki somewhere.
No, guaranteed.
Who the fuck is this, Leo? You fucking big mouth son of a bitch!
All right, I haven't seen it, and I have an idea of who it is too. So,
is it Jabba the Hutt? Oh
No.
wait, sorry, wrong star thing.
Okay, well,
listen. You can hear Dork's heads exploding right now.
I'll tell you who it is because it's
just do it.
It's not gonna spoil it. It's
is it Abraham Lincoln?
It's the Gorn.
I called it.
The Gorn.
I fucking
The lizard guys, right?
The lizard guy. Remember that epic battle with Kirk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, I can't do this song. I don't know it. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Paramount will probably ding you for copyright.
Yeah,
anyway.
right.
Wait a minute, that's ours. Fucking ban them. Get rid of it now.
So apparently the Gorn are obviously, they're lizard creature, but they're like extremely fast. They make a clicking noise.
And now they're done with modern day special effects. So
yeah. And nobody has survived a Gorn visit.
Except Kirk.
Well, Kirk hasn't made it there
Well,
yet.
This is before Kirk.
Yeah,
Before the Doc times.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Once again.
Yeah, before Pike turns into a fucking human Hot Wheels.
So apparently the new Gorn, they replicate by spitting on people, and they kind of like aliens where they gestate inside somebody and then burst out.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll like burst out 4 at a time, and then they fight for dominance. They kill each other until there's like an alpha left, and they grow extremely fast. So like within like the whole episode, it goes from this little itty bitty baby to like almost half size Gorn.
Hold on, we have babies fighting?
Yeah.
Baby Gorns fight?
Yeah, it was pretty sick. 2 of them burst out of somebody, and then like one like immediately attacked the other one and tore it to shreds.
Oh, this
I'm really glad
I told you it's a horror episode.
I'm really glad that you said something, because that would have been totally and completely fucking lost on me. Like I would have gone to the episode and I would have been like, fucking Leo.
What the hell are these
Oh,
things?
okay. Apparently this was something that Spock fought in the original series. Cool. It looked like a slee stack to me. I don't fucking know.
Slee stacks.
That's a Land of the Lost reference for anybody that's not a fan of like Sid and Marty Krofft.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying Discovery.
Yes,
I can't wait for you to get into Strange New World.
Yeah, it's I cannot wait to do that as well.
Yeah,
it's gonna be real shitty when whatever happens to Pike, because I really fucking like Anson Mount as Christopher Pike.
So when he talks about it in the first episode, and he says he just
of Strange New Worlds.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's talking about his like Discovery can't be talked about.
That's all he said. Okay, great, good stuff.
No. He talks about his experience on Discovery,
even though he's not supposed to.
I don't remember that.
The ship can't be discussed because it's a secret ship.
Yeah, I got you.
But it's not even in their century anymore, is it? Oh.
Well, Leo's not going to answer that question, even though
I'm sorry,
the
Brandon.
question in and of itself was rather telling.
Sorry, Brandon.
That's all right. I had a feeling it was going to go that route anyway.
Leo, shut up.
I had a feeling something was going to happen with time travel and result in Strange New Worlds, because Leo said like, oh, you only have to really watch the first 2 seasons of Discovery, because I'm not fucking stupid. The second Michael's mother was like, it said to Philippa, Giorgio, what's her name? Michael wasn't even there or anything like that, but Terran Philippa walks in and she's just like, oh, hello. And she's like, yeah, don't even think about taking the suit. It's coded to my DNA. And I was like, oh, so I guess that means Michael's the only other person that could use it, right? Yeah, they're traveling through fucking time in the next season. That's happening. It's going to be like, she's the Red Angel, or, she's the Red Angel and she's accidentally going to suck a bunch of people up with her. That's how it's going down. So, like, if you're saying the time travel is somehow involved with whatever's going on in Strange New Worlds, not surprised.
Actually, no. Strange New Worlds, no.
Oh, just Discovery moving forward. That's fine.
Yeah.
Same shit, different smell.
But Strange New Worlds, he talks about the event happening in 10 years.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's the length of a series.
Yeah, you can get 7 to 10 seasons out of this.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be happy to see it end with him being disfigured and Kirk taking over.
Spoilers. Cool. Jeez.
Well, I don't want to spoil anymore.
Yeah, please.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I mean, half the fun for me is just like paying attention to the story points and being able to figure out where it goes. Now, I know for some people, like, oh, that's predictable. No, like some of it, it's really not. Like it's kind of like playing a detective game, a mystery for you to unravel.
Yeah.
to my wife's chagrin, I'm pretty good at it. So I tend to figure out things very early on in a season. And then because I have ADHD, I blurt it out. And she's just like, the look on her face. Like, the other night I did that. Like, I mean, the other night, I mean, halfway through when the mother shows up and says that, I said exactly what I said. And then episode 13 just went down and I was just like,
so I have to say the season 3 issue of Discovery, the season 3 issue.
Because
you know every season there's like this big problem they need to solve, you know.
Yeah.
So the season 3, I'm willing to bet you're probably not going to see it coming. Same thing for season 4.
Okay. That's fine by me. I like being surprised.
Yeah, I mean the storylines are great for both, so you're definitely going to enjoy them. Definitely take you for a wild ride.
You mentioned Tilly's storyline earlier. That is my favorite of the show.
Tilly's
like
so awesome.
Following her.
I love Tilly. So does my wife.
She's
like
a badass. I'm like waiting for her.
She's cool as hell. Like, I mean, she's like on the outside, like she's very clearly like very sweet, very thoughtful, very smart. But you can just tell, like, when push comes to shove, even like in instances on these first 2 seasons, like she fucking knows her shit and she will straight up let you know it. And it's fucking great to watch, and I want to see like more from her character. She's like one of my favorites on the show.
Now, Jeremy, since you've seen the shows, Yo-Yo, are you caught up?
Be careful with me because I will accidentally spoil.
Well, without spoiling, the scene with Tilly and I think it's like an admiral, she's like sent off on her own, and they're having that like heart-to-heart talk.
Yes.
Did you like totally lose it?
Of course.
I did. It was like,
Of course. I'm a wicked. My girlfriend says I'm an empath or whatever. Dude, I cry at commercials. Like, if it has something to do with children, I can barely watch the news these days. Like, it fucks me up every other day. Like, I don't know what it is. As I get older, I become more and more emotional.
Totally.
Yeah, no, that's a thing, dude. For real, like,
dude, I feel like my estrogen levels are like way up here or something. I don't know.
It's probably that your testosterone levels are coming
like
down.
Way down here, yeah. I've never been like a huge, like, big, don't cry kind of guy, but like, dude, I'm just like at times I'm just like.
Well, see, I'm right there with you. I'm the same way, but I'm like that big guy. Like, I hold it in, and like, you know, I'll be sitting on the couch with my wife, and there'll be times that like I'm about to lose it, but I'm like holding it in. And
I can hide it for a second, but they try to
my
talk
world.
to me, and I'm like,
same way. Leo, I'm the same way. I hold it in as well, and I
live
with myself, so I can cry all fucking.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Screaming.
I will weep when watching things, but I will do my absolute best to like keep it inside, especially if I'm like sitting down with my wife.
Yeah.
Not that she'll make fun of me or anything. It's just, it's nobody else's business how I feel while watching a thing like that. I don't know. That's like how I feel about it. So it's like, are you crying? No, I peed on my face. I got piss in my eyes.
The salt in the popcorn.
I got piss in both my eyes. Just leave me alone. All right.
If people wanted to hear,
I gotta go to the bathroom real quick and take care of this piss in my face. I'll be right back.
It's gotten so bad in my house. The kids even sit there. Like, a sad scene will be on a cartoon, and they all just sit there and like turn to look at me, and tears. I'm just like, stop! This is fucking bullshit.
And that's exactly what it is. It's don't look at me. Watch the thing.
We were watching Julia, and there's love this show.
Good movie. Or show.
And there's a scene where like she's at the studio, and like she had a bad day, I think it was, and she's sitting down, and Mr. Rogers joins her. Oh my god, I freaking lost it.
Oh, dude, I was sitting out reading Last Ronin the other day.
Yeah,
My girlfriend,
yeah, yep.
my girlfriend came out while I'm reading the part where Michelangelo is training her, and I turned to her, like, she's like, "Hey, babe, you want to get dinner?" And I turned to her, she's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Split." She's just like, "I'm gonna, yeah."
Yeah. Have you guys read Last Ronin?
No.
Oh,
Okay. It should be in Drive in our folder.
Like the whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah, it's only 5 issues.
Yep, 5
Yeah,
issues.
that would be the whole kit and caboodle.
Yep.
All right then.
Awesome read.
Hey, you want to cry while you're reading a comic book? You just go
Well,
find yourself Superman number 39 from like a couple years ago. Fucking Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. You'll be crying like a school child with a skin knee. It's ridiculous. Like I had my Kindle in front of me, and my wife was like, "Are you all right?" And I'm like, "He's with the kids." Like, who is it? Like Superman. She's like, "All right,
Superman
okay,
39.
buddy. They're there.
I'm making note of this. Superman 39.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Superman Volume 4, number 39. I'm telling you right now, Leo, you will not make it through that whole thing without weeping openly. Like,
Yeah.
Like I seriously sat there. I was like, like snot running down my face. Looked like somebody just showed me Artex drowning in the swamps of sadness.
Oh, gee. Oh my God, that was such a hard watch.
The never-ending story. Yeesh. I mean, that's the most horrific part if you think about it. That scene, because it's the never-ending story, goes on forever.
Yeah.
It always happens.
Speaking about dying horses.
An odd segue. Just waiting for that.
I didn't know that was on the
pop up,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Well, he mentioned Artex in the swamp.
We know how we got there.
My wife and I just started watching Yellowstone.
Oh, how's that?
Oh, really good.
It is a good show.
Yeah, it's somebody described it as like.
How do you guys have time for all these shows?
I'm not
I
watching
forego a lot
Stranger
of
Things.
social activity.
Now you'll make time.
It's hard for me in the summer, especially because I have a lot of yard work to do with my plants and stuff. So like, I miss
That
out
makes
on a lot.
sense.
Yeah.
For myself, I mean, I have a hard time sleeping. So
Oh, me too. But I
I'm up
sit
late.
there and I stare like last night. I texted Leo this morning with my up till 3 o'clock in the morning, thinking about how we're all like the Justice League and we should have shirts with all of our faces on the different characters. And Leo's gonna be Nick Fury from the Avengers, by the way. And yeah,
Okay, I see
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, they do both have faces. So
Yeah.
that tracks.
No, I see.
It
I
was a
see.
long night.
Apparently.
I see what Jeremy's saying with the Nick Fury thing. So
I mean, I don't, but that's okay.
It's okay.
If somebody said Superman for me, I'd be like,
I'm getting
why?
everybody together. I'm getting a team together.
Yeah, get in the
All
team
right, that
together.
okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Not because I
I
look
just
like
couldn't
Nick
see
Fury.
it, Leo bald because the other character I had him as was Professor X, and Nick Fury I could give him hair at least. Oh, and he's
You don't
gonna
have
be.
you wouldn't have him as Dr. Niles. What the fuck is his name from Doom Patrol?
I like that actually. That's not a bad one either.
He's a guy with red hair and he's in a wheelchair and leads a team. Boom.
And we're as crazy as them, so like that does.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say we have more in common with the fucking Doom Patrol than the Avengers or Justice League.
Here's another 3 o'clock night.
Well, I know we're way past time, but this was a lot of
Calder. It's
fun.
Niles Calder, I think. That's what his name is.
Yes.
Sorry.
Isn't he on Frasier?
Yeah, I mean, on that point.
Yeah, Chief Professor Niles Calder. Yep, he's a redhead, man. I'm telling you. Leo
That's
is
another thing. I got to finish that. The end of that series.
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah. I'm not all caught up. I didn't even know they
yeah.
dropped a 3rd season. I was like, what?
Dude, yeah.
I
It
need
actually
to-
ends the 2nd season because they had to cut it short
Yeah.
due to coronavirus.
Yeah. I had no idea it had dropped. I found out the other day when I was going through HBO Max. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's an excellent show, man.
And you're all caught up on Harley Quinn, right?
Yeah, the new one of that's coming out soon.
Yeah.
What about? I mean, it was mentioned earlier with Stargirl. I mean, did you? Okay, yeah, because that that actually moved to CW, and it was like still surprisingly good.
Yeah, I was actually kind of shocked. Me and my son were like, how bad is this going to be once it go? And nah, the
Yeah,
only thing they do have a few of the tropes, but it's just like they're not relying on it, and it's kind of nice. You're still getting the stories moving along.
It doesn't feel like a CW joint, you know. I do think it's cool that Lou Ferrigno Jr. is on the show as our man.
Yeah.
You know, it's not. I was very surprised to see that when the first show started. I was like, Lou Ferrigno Jr. Oh, holy shit! I didn't even know there was one. That's great. And yeah, like he clearly like stays in shape like his dad. He's just not as big in stature.
Yeah, he's kind of a short guy compared to his dad.
Yeah, he looks more like your typical incredibly jacked Italian dude.
A nice Wolverine.
Maybe.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Because he does have that short, stocky. That would be.
Well, it depends on how
Yeah.
good his acting would be too.
Yeah, that's true as well.
I'm not saying he would be terrible. I mean, this is
No,
a guy who grew up around actors and performers and stuff. So, you know, who's to say that he wasn't bitten by the bug early on and he's actually quite good? Like Dom DeLuise's kids. Like, who would have thought they were actually like pretty decent actors? But yeah, like that show is surprising, and I'm actually like kind of relieved to see Joel McHale in it and not be someone like snarky the entire time, because he's good at it.
Watching Community right before I started Stargirl, and I was like, oh, finally.
Yeah, I mean, because he is a talented actor, and
he really is.
I think he's gotten pigeonholed and just kind of being the like kind of guy.
Yeah, from Talk Soup days.
I was just gonna say from being on Talk Soup way back. I mean, that's how I knew him.
Yeah, same here.
But everything else that I've seen him in, even cameo roles, I mean, he's like the banker that refuses Aunt May and Peter Parker alone in Spider-Man 2 or whatever. And the snark level is through the roof. I mean, they had like two fucking Talk Soup guys in 2 Spider-Man movies in a row. They had Hal Sparks and fucking Joel McHale. And each time they were fucking just like douchebags giving Peter Parker trouble in real life. Like, wow, really stretching there. But yeah, he's really good as Starman in it, and it was cool to see Luke Wilson make a little bit of a comeback with this because he kind of disappeared for a little bit. And he's looking good too. He lost some weight for the role, so I can't wait to see where they go with it. This sort of like Junior Justice Society and what have you. CW, keep it up with that.
Golden Age characters, I just go, this is great.
I know.
It's actually learning the children of today about like good stuff.
I have to pause the show every once in a while to break it down for my wife. Like, see what their mean is. See, Dr. Midnight.
I wish I had one of those people that would sit there and watch all this crap with me.
Yeah,
I'd love to sit there and Carl Robinson some people to death.
She's a trooper, that one, I tell you.
I'm lucky. Mine is down for the Star Wars stuff. I'm like, will not watch any of the movies with me, but the shows. I got her into the Mandalorian, and she's stuck with the shows.
Really? So you had her watch the Book of Boba Fett, and she's still like okay with it, huh?
Yeah. Like she had met.
All right, she's a keeper, I guess.
Yeah. She had met what's his name, Machete. I always forget his name when I interviewed him. So like that helped her in. Yeah, Trejo. So like that brought her in and like kept her held, and
Very cool. No shit.
And she's even like dropping knowledge on me now. Like we'll start to watch a show and I'll be like, well, you see, and she's like, oh no, I know this is. I'm like, good girl, this is great.
All right. Well, that pretty much covers everything we were looking to cover tonight, right? And then some.
Yeah, totally. Well, we'll wrap things up then. I want to thank everybody for watching this fine evening. definitely head on over to thedorkening.com, which you can check out all the shows on the network. Ton of awesome people doing a ton of awesome stuff. We're adding some new shows to the network. Actually, we just signed on 7 new people to join the network. And then obviously we do have some new shows starting, are going quite well. Brandon has one he'll tell you about. We're also doing the Dork Night, which you can find on iTunes, Spotify, just about everywhere. For me, just Google Leo Pond. You'll find a bunch of stuff. Could be true, could be not, but I forgot what I was going to say there. So I'm going to end it, and I'll go over to Jar Jar.
Oh, okay. Check out Comic Book Lovers buy, sell, trade in auction on Facebook. Join the other 20,000 people of buying, selling, trading, and talking geek stuff. And also check out Justin Cooper's TMNT show. I forget what time and date it's on, but check it out. It's really good. He does the voices of the characters.
Yeah, Epic Tales from the Sewer.
Yeah, that is some cool stuff.
Yeah, it is. Steven.
You can check out our award-winning podcast, Super Retro Throwback Reviews, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and on all major podcasts and distributors, and on the Dorkening Podcast Network, the award-winning Dorkening Podcast Network. You can check us out on Patreon. You guys were talking about getting emotional and stuff. If you back us on Patreon, you get a weekly exclusive called The Rant, where I bitch and moan about things that piss me off, like one-way grocery aisles, people stealing catalytic converters from people's cars. Foreshadowing. It happened to me 2 years ago. So if you want to hear me gripe about stuff that ticked me off the past couple of years, you can become a Patreon backer and check that out. And I'm here every Wednesday on the Dorkening Podcast Network.
I wonder how many times I made the list. Yo.
It's because of Palladium, I think that's why they stole it. But Yo Saint Laurent on Instagram. That's pretty much all I'm doing at the moment.
Awesome. Brandon.
Hey, I'm doing one of the new podcasts that Leo had briefly brought up during his whatever the hell that was. His middle of the road bye. It's called Comics Paradox. It covers we're talking about alternate reality takes on characters and storylines like What If, Elseworlds, different story arcs like Amalgam Comics or Age of Apocalypse. It's a lot of fun stuff to play with and talk about. That's coming out bi-weekly, available every Sunday at 8 a.m. And aside from that, you can come on over and check out the Facebook group Powers Combined. Our number one rule there is don't be a jerk. If you violate that, you will be booted immediately. We're just a group of dorks that like to share info, memes, laughs, all the fun stuff. But like I said, no jerkiness allowed. And you can follow me on socials on Twitter at Brandon's Powers and on Instagram at This Brandon Has Powers. You can find me here every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Awesome. And with that, we'll catch you guys later. And everybody, don't go anywhere. See ya. Bye.
Bye. No, not you, the audience. You go. We're staying.
Hold on. What?